Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
My goodness, welcome everyone to AFTERBUZZ TV. Of course you know, if you're tuning in, this is your AFTERBUZZ TV Bachelor recap. This is the finale. Holy moly is all I have to say. First of all, holy moly because there's a lot of drama. There's also a lot of drama happening right now in our studio right here in Los Angeles. We're coming to you live. And you know, of course, when we come live, that means things happen. When we're coming to you live, we can't control the outcome. We can't control what happens to our panelists. As you might notice, there's an empty microphone on the end of our table, which usually belongs to the one and only, the former contestant, I hate that word, on the show, Brooks Forrester, who currently has diarrhea. Brooks,
so gross,
is gonna be back in our studio any moment. When he gets here, he will come. I'm just gonna call him out. First of all, Brooks was 39 and a half minutes late to our screening.
I think it was a little longer than that.
Because we watched together live.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna call him out. So Brooks has diarrhea. He'll be here soon. Meanwhile, next to me, the one and only Chelsea Briche.
Hi.
And next to you, the one and only
Kristina Zias.
So those are the voices. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Hey guys, wait, hello.
Here he is! Brooks! Okay, hold on. Before you speak.
I can't believe I have to sit next to Brooks the entire night
First
now.
question.
Why?
Brooks. First question.
How are you feeling?
Did you or did you not use a wet wipe? True or false?
Oh my God,
wait.
you guys.
I thought we were going to talk about love
Wait,
and
why I
rings
was late? Are we talking? Did you guys talk about that?
Yeah, I may have mentioned that you got stuck in traffic.
I had a runny nose. He had a runny something, folks. Welcome to the panel, Brooks.
Hey, thanks.
We're glad you're
Stoked
here, bro.
here.
What is happening?
I think we should take this over.
Quick shout out to our friend in the booth, Jonathan. He played Meatloaf, I Would Do Anything for Love. That's a great first song. You can cut the song, because I want to dive right into the finale here of what's happening and what happened tonight. Guys, I feel like we got set up. We thought it was one person, then our hearts went another way, and then it ended where we maybe originally thought.
Bamboozled!
Did we get bamboozled, Kristina? Yes or no? True or false?
You fools got bamboozled. I did not get bamboozled.
I'm still upset about it.
I am a little upset about it. I'm not gonna lie. Brooks, why are you upset about it?
God, I mean the bamboozle part. I'm not upset that he ended up with
Yeah,
Lauren
you can't
B.
be mad.
That's not a spoiler. If you're watching this already before
You know.
the show, then you've done it backwards. But I'm not upset at that. They look happy together, but I really like JoJo. I'm excited for her to be the Bachelorette because she would have made a better Bachelorette than Lauren B.
Okay.
Agree.
Christina mentioned how she feels. Brooks mentioned how he's feeling. Chelsea, how are you feeling?
Use your words. Got him all locked in.
Are we good?
We got Brooks, we got Christina. Chelsea, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling all the feels. I think I'm a little too emotional to be watching that, but
Yeah, you did shed a tear. I saw that.
yeah, it was just like a
Chelsea had
lot of
goosebumps.
feels. I really did.
Can I start something right off, by the way?
Yeah.
I did a tweet on Twitter.
You did.
It's about Danny keeping up to the promise that he made that if JoJo is in fact the Bachelorette, that he would go on the show.
Jonathan, can we go to wide shot for this,
guys,
please? Thanks so
To
much.
give you some context for this, the show has already started.
So let's just be, the show started filming Thursday.
Yes. The show started filming Thursday, which means we need a lot of noise around my new tweet, which is Danny for Bachelorette. That's the hashtag.
Well, so let's back the train up a little bit. I made a promise on this show about 5 episodes ago. I said, if JoJo is the next Bachelorette, I will go on the show. Now, here's the deal.
But Danny, you've said this multiple
No,
times.
I said this twice. I said it for Caitlyn, and I'm glad I did it because while I love Caitlyn, I don't think we would have been a great pair. However, I do think JoJo and I would. So here's the thing. I said this 5 episodes ago. I can't control myself being on the show. Would I go in? Would I fly out? Let's put it this way. Alon, Alon, would I fly out tomorrow? Alon, we made eye contact at breakfast.
Danny, let me give you an update.
At breakfast in Venice on Friday morning. You and I made.
Wait, stop
No, this is
talking.
Hold on.
So
Update.
let's
Just so everyone knows, this is for everyone
This
who's
is for
listening.
real.
This is live happening. I said I would go on the show. Brooks put out a tweet. It's been retweeted as I believe 33
times, but we want 50. We need to get to 50.
We need 50
We
retweets.
need your help to get Danny on the
Because
show.
the show started filming, so if I go in, it has to be a dramatic last-minute move by ABC.
He's gonna pull a Becca or a Nick.
It's
And
gonna
there
be
has to be enough momentum around this by the fans that want Danny to give the incentive for the producers to put Danny on the show. So I sent a tweet to one of the executive producers.
Ooh,
okay.
he's pulling some
Actually,
strings.
I sent a text.
Wait, by the way,
and
you
I
guys,
said
did
not
you know
a tweet.
Brooks was on the show?
Yeah, we all know.
Wait,
that.
Yeah, I was once on the Bachelorette.
What'd you say?
So I
Can you
said,
read your tweet- your text?
I sent the tweet, the link to the tweet, and I said, "Can we make this happen? It's
my
a good
gosh.
story."
Oh my gosh.
And he responded, "What's the story? By the way, hi, dude."
Oh! Time out. Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's an easy.
So I need help. I need help, chat roll. I need help. A lot of you guys don't know my whole story, but let's give pieces of the story.
Give
What
them
you
my
know
Twitter
about
handle,
me.
by the way, so they know.
Brooks' Twitter handle is Brooks A. Forrester. Mine is just Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT. I want you to include us both, and we're gonna send along.
36 update.
Yeah, the best tweets we can. Now, while we're here, we have Kristina Zias and Chelsea Briche in studio, two ladies that I believe watch the show with an emotional angle. You guys both said you wanted Lauren B to win. You saw them start leaning towards JoJo. Chelsea, I watched your face as you were getting tweets from fans. Kristina, I watched you getting Snapchatting your boyfriend. Like, where are your heads at right now?
First of all, if I wasn't watching it with you guys, I would have been crying. Like, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
So,
From the wine or?
both.
Okay.
But mostly because I, like, Lauren B, like, she had me from the very first episode. Like, as soon as I found out
She was your pick.
What'd she have you at?
I
At
think
hello?
she had me at hello.
Hello.
Yeah, and I think just the fact that, like, she was a flight attendant, like, I don't know, I loved her whole story. Like, I really believe, like, she was in it for Ben, and, like, she loved him, and I loved their story. So I know you guys are all
It
on
was
that
the fairy
JoJo
tale
hype.
ending. It was the
but-
fairy tale ending for
yeah,
you then.
Yeah, I was so happy about this.
I wonder how many of our fans that was a fairy tale ending for tonight. We're like, oh
don't
yes,
know.
thank you. This is the best
I
season
think some people
ever.
were disappointed.
You know, I actually want to check this
Yeah.
live
Check
because
chat roll.
I tweeted this out earlier today. I tweeted out a little poll, and I believe there's maybe like 100 tweets or so. But I want to know how many, 100 votes. It's only 100. Brooks, I know you have like 40-some-odd thousand
We're
followers
at
or whatever.
46 retweets. We just jumped 10 retweets.
Serious?
In like a
God, I
minute.
love
I
you
love
guys.
these
I'm watching
guys.
the chat roll. Cassidy Finley, Danny for Bachelorette, Charlie Rose 214, Danny for. You guys are the best. So I tweeted out. I said, before Brooks Forrester, Ms. Zias, and C. Briche and I go live on AfterBuzz for Bachelor, who wins, Lauren or JoJo? 83% of you said Lauren to
See?
17% said JoJo. Now hold on,
Yeah.
time out. I think we all voted that. I picked Lauren B
Okay.
from the beginning, but as focus on tonight's episode, as it started,
Okay.
did you not start leaning towards JoJo?
Yes.
She crushed.
She crushed
her
that day.
moment with the
Yeah.
parents.
Yes.
I was blown away by, and I know it's edits, but her one-liners, the thing she said to his dad, blew me away. And I want to quote this because I wrote it down before you guys respond. I want to quote. She said, "If you have any doubts about me," and this is a quote, "I want you to know right now that I love him very much, and there will never be a day that he goes without knowing that."
Yeah.
I watched that thinking,
She killed
my
it.
God,
I wish
she's-
I would've saw
she's
that.
it.
She couldn't have
She's
done
she's
any
it.
better. But I don't think she was doing that in a competition sense. I think that's genuinely how her heart
was
felt.
raw.
And that's why at the end, like, I mean, when he essentially, broke up with her and didn't get down on one knee, I literally had chills up and down my arm because she had just put her entire heart and soul out there and with his family, and then she was just completely blindsided, I feel like.
See, I don't agree with that.
Wait.
Because she totally won me over with his family. That's kind of when I was like, wow, like JoJo really does care about him as well. But then when they had their one-on-one date, I felt like he was trying to let her know that like Lauren was his person and that he wasn't going to choose her. So I don't think she was totally blindsided.
I mean, I do, because her whole thing was saying that, like, Ben has always told me that I wasn't going to be blindsided. So there she is coming out of a helicopter in a beautiful sequins dress. Granted, he did say, like, he told JoJo that he also told Lauren that he loved her.
Real quick, gotta give a shout out to Rotor 13. JoJo Hoyt sounds better than JoJo Higgins. I agree.
Oh my God.
Sorry, just saying. Anyways, Chelsea, continue. Screenshot.
I agree.
I mean, he still, I get that it's the name of the game, but he still let her get out of the helicopter and think that she woke up that morning putting on her makeup, thinking that my hair needs to look extra great because I could probably be.
Well, Chelsea, what would you rather have him do? What would he do? What would you rather have him do? You're a producer on the show. Put your producer hat on. What would you rather have Ben do?
I would rather have him do exactly what he did if I was a producer.
So you don't like that she got out of the helicopter, but you would do the same thing.
I mean, if I'm a producer, because what just happened made great TV.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
TV.
like, from a feeling, from my personal woman perspective, I would have so much more appreciated someone who I trusted and who called me their best friend have a little bit.
Yeah, the bathroom scene is what got me. Let's talk about the bathroom scene, because they teased this on the promotions for the show, the promotions for this finale. They tease this bathroom scene where you know he's talking to JoJo because of the deeper voice. And he says, "I'm in love with you." And she says, "But are you in love with her too?" And he says, there's a pause, and he says, "Yes." And so we knew there was going to be this dramatic moment. But watching that back, I'm thinking to myself, and we said this out loud, I think I may have even paused just so you guys at home know and that are listening tomorrow in your car, whatever. By the way, thanks for listening around the world. We love you guys. I got millions of Snapchats from around the world this week. You guys are phenomenal. While you're listening to this, remember this moment. And this is what boggles me a little bit. And I'm happy for Ben that he's happy, but I'm a little bit like, you did the process wrong. Because he sat on the floor and he said, I'm in love with you. He not just like, hey, I found love with you. Like, hey, I found love. No, like, I fell in love with you.
Right.
And firmly made her believe that.
And saying that you're my best friend.
That's tough for me.
Like, if he's
in
trying
2 months,
to say,
he said to her, "You become my best friend." I don't get it, but in 2 months, you become. And she said, "Same."
And if he's trying to back away a little, then there's, like we talked about the other week, there's a difference, between saying I'm in love with you, I love you, like all those different things. So don't sit in the bathroom floor trying to get away from cameras, having a quiet moment, like to say I love you, but also saying, but I'm in love with Lauren.
Wait a minute. Am I like the only one who's crazy who thinks that him saying you're my best friend is like a huge giant red flag?
No, absolutely.
Yeah. He never
crazy
said
for that.
to Lauren, like, you're
That's
my
a
best
good
friend.
thing.
He said to Lauren, like, I'm absolutely in love with you. Like, I've known it from the beginning.
But can you not be absolutely in love with someone and want them to be your best friend?
I feel like he was trying to tell JoJo, I love you, like, I respect you.
Nah.
But, like, you're my...
So you think he
totally
was setting it up for the breakup later?
Yes.
He was preempting
that?
that?
No, I think that he really did fall in love with both women.
Chat rolls agreed.
Know.
Evangelina Cantu. Yes, Danny, I agree. Now, Misha C. Yes, Danny, he told them both he was in love. That's a huge difference. But
I'm just saying, like, I think that deep down, which, no offense, you guys, but obviously I'm right because he chose Lauren.
Yeah, well, you
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like I think he was in love with both of them, but I think he deep down, like, knew that his connections were different. Like, he saw JoJo, like, as a best friend, like, he loved her. But he saw Lauren as like his future wife.
No, I don't disagree with Kristina, and here's what I have to say about that is tonally you could hear it in his voice. The way he spoke to JoJo was very sweet. It was like his love voice, I want to call it. And with JoJo, it seemed more like, I'm trying to just manage this relationship.
Totally. Meredith Welch says, I don't agree with the fact he told JoJo he was in love with her and said he was his best friend. And then just Lauren, you marry your best friend, good Lord. Ben loved JoJo, he was in love with Lauren. Now, here's the deal. I can fall in love with someone, but for the rest of my life, if I'm going to spend it with a woman, I want her to be my best friend.
100% agree.
100% agree.
And he could have just been like, you're a great friend.
That is a phenomenal title to give to a human. You're my best.
Hashtag best friend.
Like, I have a lot of friends, but to be my best friend, that is a phenomenal title to give to a human. And you give that to someone that you are... She's not just hot. She gets you. She sees you. She sees you when you wake up. She sees you at your worst, at your highest. She sees you. That's what I want.
Okay, I do
agree. And an update
agree.
on what you want, by the way, 51 retweets.
Yes!
Guys, we hit
50!
it.
That's a big deal.
I know, it is a big deal.
Air high five. Real high five.
That's the most retweets
Somebody
I
make
think
that
I've
a GIF.
ever gotten on a tweet.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You're
Mark
Brooks
it in the
Forrester
books.
from The Bachelor.
Kelly Travesty has the same amount of followers as I do.
Oh my
and
God.
Here we go.
She gets
Here we
5
go.
times the likes and retweets. By the way,
Kelly Travesty's a
Wait,
god. I hope she's watching.
Hashtag
I
me.
love her.
Yeah.
first time.
Thirsty.
There are 52 retweets on this and 51 likes. I've never had more retweets.
I mean,
than
that is
likes.
amazing.
That's
That
amazing.
just
No,
shows
that's
people
amazing.
care.
That's the support and love,
Hey,
Danny.
Evangelina can too. If you start Team Danny t-shirts, I will invest in your company right now. That's amazing.
I'm a Danny man.
I don't know what's better. Gosh. Okay, hey,
Here we go.
quick question. I guess I'm wondering, because Ben falling in love with 2 women, he's going to be revered as one of the best bachelors ever. But does the fact that he told 2 women, Chelsea, for you, does the fact that he told 2 women he loves them diminish that a little bit?
And I'm glad you said for you because America completely disagree.
Right, but I want to know for Chelsea. And
Let me
I wanna
just
know for
set you up for
Kristina.
failure on your.
Let me press.
Yes, I do think it diminishes it because I feel like whoever gets down on one knee for you should wholeheartedly have so much love for you that someone else doesn't even compare. And
I
on
don't
the
get
day, you don't get what?
I don't get that as JoJo walked down. I mean, I tweeted this out, but as JoJo walked down, he looked at her and he said to her, he said, well, hold on.
Like he was so sad to see her go, and I just could not comprehend.
He said my feelings haven't changed. Yes,
And then
yes,
an
they
hour
have.
later, he's gonna propose to Lauren.
Not an hour, maybe like
Whatever.
13 minutes.
I mean, I would rather lay in front of a bus than have the person who's going to propose to me just break up with someone a little bit before and be like, but I love you, like, and be so tearful to say
Listen,
goodbye. I
Like
understand.
Greyhound bus or school bus?
Probably school bus. I don't know
Okay,
why. I just
school
feel like
bus.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
yellow.
right.
here's my
Good
thing.
color
Here's my
on
thing.
you.
To be fair, and Kristina, correct me if I'm wrong. As a guy, he's an emotion. He's in tune with his emotions, and I appreciate that because Brooks and I are similar. We're in tune with our emotions. Brooks, you get this, okay? Ben was in tune with his emotions. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's been a bachelor that's been more in tune with his emotions than Ben. He fell in love with 2 women.
More so than Sean, you're saying.
More so than Sean.
Knocking him off his pedestal in every way.
No.
Sean,
no. On the
you are
emotions,
done.
on the emotions part of the pedestal, sure.
Yeah.
But Ben literally fell in love with 2 girls, and I believe that. However, that's for me changed how I view his term. It's changed how I view his period on the show.
When you say term, do you mean like a presidential term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
kinda
review
what
these
it's
guys.
like, yeah.
Guess what,
That's
Bachelor
what it's like.
presidents.
Yeah.
And they're going in the Hall of Fame or not. Like, will they be remembered?
Yeah.
We're going to remember Sean Lowe. We're going to remember Brad.
Higgins.
We're going to
See-
remember Ben Higgins. And what do we remember him for? He told 2 girls he loved them.
Yep.
I don't remember him tonight as you're engaged now to Lauren B., who didn't have extensions. Now she does. She looks even hotter with extensions. I remember him as the guy who told 2 girls he's in love with.
Okay.
Agreed.
See this. I can't agree with you guys. I feel like this.
I'm
is
not
like,
knocking him, by the way. I'm just
No.
saying, like, it makes me a little bit like, oh, I've never seen this. I don't know what to do with
See,
this information.
For me, I liked the beginning of the season. Then like a third of it was pretty dull for me, and then he told 2 women he loved him, and then all of a sudden he was more real. Because I feel like in this scenario, that is totally possible. Like I really do believe that like when you're in this situation, you can fall in love with 2 people, and maybe that love is different for each of them. But I do
Okay.
think it's a possibility.
Okay, question. What if the Bachelorette were to say to 2 men, I love you to 2 men? Would we view this any differently than
Yes.
we would from a Bachelor?
I don't think
How
I
so?
would.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's go to Danny first.
Yeah,
So
from a
how
guy's
so? And then we'll
perspective.
come back to you, Christina.
1,000,000%.
Why
Because you
is
were
that
very...
different?
You,
Fast forward.
Okay.
Fast forward to June. JoJo's Bachelorette. There's
you're
2
on
guys
it.
at the end.
You're
it's
on it.
myself and some rando from Idaho.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're
And
from
she's like,
Nebraska. That's not much
she's like
better.
Danny from Nebraska. And by the way,
She calls you from your orientation.
she calls me on my cell phone.
Danny from...
By the way, is our couple name Jojani or Dojo?
Dojo.
Dojo
for
sure.
show.
I have to shout out
Dojo for show.
Somebody just asked that, and I don't even remember who it was, but I have to. Oh, it's
That's
Cassidy
credit.
Finley. Cassidy Finley, you're a genius.
Genius.
It's Dojo. So she says, Dojo, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
And then she says to frickin' guy from
Yeah.
Idaho, I'm in love with you too.
Yeah.
I find that out
and just go rage Danny.
It for me questions a little bit because I think you can like someone a lot, but you're not deeply in love. Bathroom floor, when you say goodbye, hey, love you. You're not in love with them at that level. That is a level for me. If I get to the point where I interrupt your sentences and I say, hey, love you, like, I love you, I'm in love with you. If I'm dropping that in the middle, I'm at a place where there's no one else in my life that can come close to that spot. And for me, for Ben to get to two places, that's a little unnerving.
But that could just be perspective on the way
How's
that
that perspective?
Because some people say I love you earlier and they don't mean it the same way.
Sure, you can say it earlier, but to two people earlier?
Well, here, I know what they always say, like, if you're saying I love you to the second person, that means you're not in love with the first person as much as you think. Because if you're saying I love you to the second person, I mean, at least in my mind, that's more where your heart is, or else you wouldn't even be feeling it for the second person.
Well, Ben might feel love for both of them and had said that. That might be his thing. If I feel it, I say it. For me, if I say I love you, it's like there's no one else.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I'm the same way. If I'm looking you in the eyes on a bathroom floor and I'm like, I love you.
Right.
I'm in love with
It's you.
I would take on the world for your heart. There's no one else.
Damn, Danny, making me emotional right now.
There is no one else that could even creep into an inch of that for me.
Right.
Christina, you are itching.
Christina is itching. Just so you guys, if you're not watching, Christina in studio is like, she's
Her
sat
eyes
back.
are in the back of her
She's
head.
like low squinted at me. She's giving me scowls. Christina, this is your moment to shine. Go.
You guys, I just feel like this is BS. Like, I think that you really...
Bullshit. That's that stands for.
Okay,
Keep
Nick,
going.
calm down.
I think that he could really be in love with both of them in two different ways, and I don't think that makes like one.
What do you mean
love...
two different ways?
Because you
think-
can love people in two different ways.
Yeah, like,
Sure.
But I don't
think
know if
he-
you can love people in two different ways in a situation where you want to propose to.
Right, but that's the thing. He didn't love him in two. Like, he loved him in two different ways. One, he chose to propose to. The other one, he was calling his best friend. Like, those are two different loves. And I think that I felt this last season on The Bachelorette. I honestly thought that Caitlyn was in love with Nick, and I thought she was going to choose him.
Part of her
blindsided
liked him
that.
a lot, maybe borderline love, but she was not in love with Nick. She was in lust. Lust,
Right.
L-U-S-T,
And that
different
can be
four-letter word.
confusing.
But how interesting, though, because I know when it was going on, this might just be a woman thing, but Christina and I were talking about the difference of JoJo and Lauren's dresses. So lust versus love, I think if you kind of broke it down, there is a complete difference in between the way that those two women carry themselves. Lust and love.
Tell me, what do you mean dresses? Talk to me about this.
Well, I think JoJo comes out in a sparkling pink cleavage-bearing dress.
She looked great.
No, I'm not saying
She
that
did
she looks
look
great. I've talked about
Bearing.
right.
Phenomenal
Like,
phrase.
She can't help that she's cleavage. That is who she is.
Okay,
She's
hold on.
She is
hold
a
on.
cleavage bearer.
Don't cut
She's
me
a
off
bearer
because
of the cleavage.
I've said 100 times over that I love JoJo's Closet, so this isn't like a who
She's not
loved
trying to
better.
shame,
right.
like,
This isn't a
JoJo.
shame, but when they stand side by side, it's two so apparently different. There's JoJo showing her boobs in a pink sparkly dress, and then you have Lauren that's very covered up in a tailored, classy, just solid color.
Well, Ben's
dress.
no different.
What?
I mean, how many shots did we see of Ben in his boxers?
We saw him in his boxers.
They're
That-
meant
that
for
whole
each
one
other.
is-
So what does that have to
That
do
whole
with
scene
that?
of it putting on his suit.
He's just showing what he's got. He's
No.
just using
No,
his assets to his
See,
best.
this is interesting
His
because
what?
you guys look at
His
it
what?
so different.
Why is it any different? That's a double
No,
standard.
I don't think it's necessarily
No.
different. I just think I personally don't ever believe that JoJo loved Ben the way Lauren loves Ben.
Whoa. You don't think JoJo, or you think Ben didn't love JoJo the way he loved?
I think both. I don't believe that JoJo
Hold on.
loved.
So
Why-
you
hold
thought
on,
she
hold
was
on,
Why,
hold on.
why am I dropping a bomb for you right now? Are
real
you
quick.
serious?
Christina,
Get at it. Okay.
Christina, here's the question.
Yes, I'm ready.
Why did JoJo not love Ben in the same way that Lauren loved Ben?
For me, I believe it was when she told him she loved him.
And she
When?
She was confirming
On this
it to-
episode?
No, like back in Jamaica and like
In
a
the
couple
waterfall.
episodes ago in the waterfall.
Sure.
I think that she was
She
really
said, "I
trying
believe."
to convince herself that she loved him.
Sure, but
Whereas
tonight-
I do believe that but this isn't about tonight. It's like
It is about tonight.
No,
tonight
it's
was the
not.
finality
Tonight-
of the process.
yeah.
there's
How
a
is it
lot
not about
leading up
The
to that.
relationship is building up. There's more of a story to
There was
it.
no build-up
So
in
at
the
the
last
final
week.
point, you're defining her love as saying she wasn't in love with Ben the same way that
Hold
Lauren
on,
was.
time out. I'm totally gonna have your back on this one because I completely
you.
agree.
Why?
I think Lauren's love for Ben and JoJo's love for Ben were also very different.
Why?
Do I
I do.
think that JoJo was in love with Ben? Yes, I do.
I
But I
agree.
think it was in a different way. I think it was in a
Why?
it almost
Less?
no, I don't think less. I think maybe in a little
Difference, okay, but less is what gets me. Go.
Okay, because I didn't say less. I said it in a different way, so
Yeah.
I think it's a little
Let me read it back because I was dictating.
good. Thank you. Brooks.
She's right.
Yep. So I think it was almost in a little bit. Lauren's love for Ben was a little bit more mature,
Back it. Why?
because that's what I think.
But why? What did she do that was... we're gonna go to Brooks in a second for an
Okay.
update from the producers, but why? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is what did Lauren say different from JoJo that signaled that it was a more mature in love posture than what JoJo had?
Well,
I'm trying to understand
one,
honestly.
I don't think that Lauren was questioning it at all. Like,
At all.
I
But
feel
they
like
both said, hold on,
no,
real
but
quick.
there's a difference.
But you
Like,
can,
even
they
you
with
could
both
their
say, I
families-
could sit here and say, like, Brooks, like, I love you. Like, you are everything that I've ever dreamed of. And, like, I want to marry you if you got down on
Yeah,
one.
we all
Yeah.
say that. I say that
Okay.
to him every night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like where this is going.
But it's, I don't, to me, through my eyes, that's my opinion. I think it was a very different love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard both of them say, I'm scared. I'm petrified.
Of course they are. They're going to be on national TV. They're either going to get dumped or they're going to get a ring on their finger. Either of those situations
Ben
is
looked
terrifying.
both of them in the eye and said, I love you.
Which was
He
wrong.
also followed up with a bunch of different things about, I'm not sure, I'm scared, this is hard, this is difficult, this process is crazy, in so many words. And they both followed up with, I'm scared, I'm not sure what that means. So why was Lauren's, and I'm still yet to be convinced, and I want to be convinced, why was Lauren's more mature than JoJo? Kristina or Chelsea, tell me.
Well, I don't think we need to convince you. I think that's just a complete opinion.
Sure,
you
but
know.
I want to understand what you're saying. Like, what did you see? Because I didn't see it. I'm not saying it's not there, but like, what did Lauren say, or what did she show you that was just on a different level than JoJo?
I think part of it is just like her confidence in their relationship and like the way that she can see that he feels the same way for her. Like,
Okay.
I don't think that Lauren ever really, like, until this very last episode, questioned their relationship the way JoJo did. JoJo was like always concerned about it. She was always like holding back. I think that Lauren was very assured of her feelings from like the very beginning. She even said it on her first date, like, wait, I want to meet your parents. Like, she felt
Yeah.
like there was this connection between them that was
Yeah.
that was
And that's why they
right.
had it from the first date.
But-
And even JoJo said, like, when she was watching it, JoJo said, like, from the very beginning, you guys had that.
Yeah, and like Ben even says, like, it's not like Lauren has done anything wrong. JoJo just has kind of caught up, like, meaning that like he felt this from Lauren
and
from
that
the
was the
beginning.
point I was going to make. He said JoJo has caught up, which leads me to believe that Ben had given Lauren B reassurances prior that would not make her question that. JoJo
Yeah.
didn't have the easy path like Lauren did. It feels like Lauren B has been reassured since the get-go. All the girls in the house knew it was Lauren
Yeah,
B.
totally.
And JoJo was the only one that was making any gains.
All right, so to be clear, Ben referenced the gains this evening when he said JoJo caught up.
Yeah.
He used those words. So I'm just trying to understand what about it. I didn't necessarily see it. And here's the thing. I love the fact that Ben and Lauren B, just so you guys know, I love that they got there. I just wasn't sure through this episode. I didn't check my mentions. I even tweeted this. I didn't check my mentions, my tweets, my Snapchats. I know a lot of you guys were texting me. I didn't check them on purpose because I didn't want a spoiler, and I didn't know. I didn't check Reality Steve. I didn't check any of the websites that you guys tweeted me. I didn't check them because I literally didn't know until I watched this episode. And as I was watching, I know that The Bachelor edits it in a certain way. And as I was watching, I was like, gosh, they've edited it. It looks like it's going to be Lauren B. Then I'm watching tonight and I'm like, oh my gosh, JoJo crushed the hometown. I'm not biased. I'm telling you off what I watched tonight. JoJo crushed the hometown. Like, oh my gosh, she's with his parents and she is like crushing this. Is it going to be JoJo? And Kristina, I think you said, are they setting us up for the reverse? Then it goes back to Lauren and you were right. But I'm watching this and I'm feeling my heart pulled in multiple ways. I'm not biased. I love that he's happy and she's happy and they look amazing together. I'm just saying I didn't know until he said JoJo.
Well,
But there's someone else. That giant
Right,
butt
that
was
butt
the
was
moment
huge.
I knew.
I will say that, like, I have believed it will be Lauren from the very beginning. But I do think JoJo.
I did too. By the way, if you look
date.
back, I said Lauren B from the beginning.
I think JoJo did a phenomenal job with his parents, and I do think that like production did try and play us a little bit.
Okay, part of me is biased. I have to admit it because I would love to go on the show with JoJo. Let's be real. But
Yeah.
Still,
I don't know. I'm just very happy about the outcome.
okay.
Like with everything.
Good. I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ben Tapp, he said he would marry her tomorrow. I kind of was hoping they were going to get married tonight. They flew in the
I did.
family.
I'm so
They
glad
flew in
they
the
did.
I'm
guy.
glad they
So-
did not.
Why?
Jeez.
Why are you
you
excited they did
serious?
not? Would it have been tacky?
Yes.
It would have been the first time that ever happened. That's a story.
No, they both deserve a
They'd be on
better
the front
wedding than
page of
that.
every magazine. It's a
No,
giant
right,
story.
So they're already,
They deserve
they're
a
already
giant-
gonna be
a
on the
giant
front page.
wedding where they each get paid.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Seal should be
Kristina.
at their wedding.
Christina, you were monitoring the social medias this evening. What did her Twitter jump from, and what did her Instagram jump from?
Wait,
This
hold on.
is
Check
just.
again.
Let's go.
Check again.
Let's
Pull it
let
up
you
right
in.
now because
He's
just so you
talking
guys
about
know,
Lauren's.
just so you
Okay.
guys know, as we're watching tonight, Kristina was like on her Instagram, she's on her Twitter, she's like, oh my god, you guys, she jumped 4,000. Oh my god, she jumped another 6,000. Oh my god.
You
Where
guys,
did her
I'm not
Instagram
like a
and Twitter go?
creepy stalker at all, by the way.
I do want to ask this while you're pulling this up, though, because that sounds exactly like the sound on Excite Bike, original Nintendo.
Yeah, someone's
Okay,
phone.
but for the most part, we noticed whoever wins the heart of the
How much?
Bachelor, Bachelorette, their following jumps exponentially that night.
Yeah.
So if you've got thoughts of why that happens, I want to hear about it on chat roll. I have
Yeah.
my own thoughts. I want to hear what other
Okay.
people say. Where is it at?
Or
So-
Twitter.
Lauren is
Whoa.
at 636,000 followers on Instagram tonight.
636, what'd she start at?
When we started probably about an hour ago, would
Yeah,
you say?
for-
She was at 599.
So
she
she
jumped
jumped
up
37,000 followers.
Yes.
These
Which is
37,000
insane.
knew about her. They've known she was on the show.
For
she
sure.
knew she was the front runner.
Why have
But
these
now it's
37
been confirmed.
Because
So-
she has a ring on her finger.
I have
they
a
want
question.
followers.
I have a question for those 37,000 followers. Why have you not retweeted Brooke's tweet about getting me on the freaking show
show.
to date this single girl named Joelle Fletcher from Dallas?
Because you aren't the one with the ring on the finger.
I know. I'm just kidding. So okay, what about her Instagram?
That's what she was talking about.
You said Twitter.
That was,
No,
that was her
Instagram.
Instagram.
That was Instagram.
Yep.
What about her Twitter?
Oh, gosh.
Because I know she was in the 6s on Twitter
I'm
as
just
well.
like such a picture girl, you know?
We are at
Like-
60 retweets on the Danny for Bachelorette and
Awesome.
56 likes.
Thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
61.
Lauren, I will get to you on the Twitter update. Check back in 2 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
by the way, that brings me to something, by the way, you guys, since we're talking about
Yeah.
the whole catch between Lauren B and the wedding and the thing with JoJo, it's about a new show called The Catch.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen the billboards for this, by the way?
Yes.
I saw one the other day.
Yeah, they look really good. Okay,
do.
they're red and they're long with the white. Okay, because Thursday night, March 24th on ABC, same show as The Bachelor, there's a new series called The Catch, and it's TGIT.
It's Sean
Anyone
and I.
guess what that stands for? Thank God it's Thursday.
Thursday.
So it's a twisty new drama called The Catch. It's on Thursday nights, and it's from the same executive producers that did Grey's Anatomy. Were you guys a fan of that show?
Yeah,
I
Grey's
love
Anatomy,
Grey's
How
What
to Get
about
Away with Murder, and
Yes.
Scandal. It's all
Hello.
Shonda Rhimes.
Do you know everybody on that? You know all Shonda Rhimes
does.
stuff. You're following everything.
I like Shonda Rhimes.
Okay, it also stars The Killings, Marie Enos. Do I say that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and do you guys watch Parenthood by chance? Do you know Peter Krause from that?
Yes.
He's amazing in Parenthood. Anyway, he's starring on the show. He stars as LA's top PI, one woman you don't want to mess with. So when her fiance, played by Krause on Parenthood, takes her for $1 million and then disappears, she will stop at
What?
nothing to get him back. It's like game on.
Shiesty.
Yeah. So as the hunt begins, it like turns into this really intoxicating, clever game of figuring this whole thing out. It's suspenseful. It's kind of like a James Bond world.
Kind of like
So-
Cat and Mouse.
I know. We drink some red wine tonight. It's the first time we've ever done that.
Some.
To watch the show. I say do the same thing for The Catch. Monday night. Or
Um,
Thursday
well,
night.
okay, speaking
March
of-
I'm going to
24th.
be the host of it too for AfterBuzz. So
What?
tune in.
Oh, booyah! I didn't know that.
Well, while we're talking about it, Monday and Thursday nights, Kevin Undergaro, by the way, I'm sure you guys saw this. There was a bunch of tweets. There was a bunch of Instagrams. It went viral. Kevin Undergaro, ladies and gentlemen, finally proposed to the one and only Maria Menounos. Our bosses created this network. They're the best. And Kevin is a genius. He's been behind this network for a long time. He's been pushing it. He's pushed us. He meets with us hosts individually. He helps our careers. Like Kevin is the best.
He's the man.
We love them. Him and Maria are literally gold to us. They're idols and they're phenomenal. Well, Kevin just started his own show called The Tomorrow Show. It's Mondays and Thursdays, and two of my favorite people in the world, Roxy Stryer and Ashley Daniels. I love these girls. First of all, I've known both these girls for years. Roxy Stryer and Ashley Daniels, both from the East Coast. They speak their mind. I love it. So is Kevin. He's like Boston born and bred. It's called The Tomorrow Show, and they do, it's all kinds of insanity. We're talking about like celebrity boyfriends, midlife crisis, behind the scenes of Hollywood, the whole thing. TomorrowShow.com. Check it out. Mondays and Thursdays, 7-9 Pacific time. So, now that we've talked about other shows that are going on, let's get back to this. I want to talk about this. Chris Harrison pulled a giant stunt. So, Kayla was rumored on Reality Steve, rumored on E! News, rumored on every outlet that is imaginable. We saw her filming in her hometown. Guys, I got 50 tweets plus.
Bragger.
People saying like, hey, we saw the news. We saw people saying Kayla was filming in her hometown. We saw it. So I'm thinking Kayla's going to be the next. We talked about it last week. I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch a whole season with Kayla. And then Chris pulls the whole JoJo's out there on the couch. Welcome our next Bachelorette. He points this way, and then he points JoJo. What did you feel in that moment, Brooks?
I was mixed feelings, actually.
Why? Were you validation?
A little betrayed. And then also like relieved because the show's not going to be so boring.
Right? Oh my gosh.
When it was like Kayla, I just was not into it. I actually was dreading this. I was like, we had to do a whole season of.
Do you think
on
that they
AfterBuzz.
heard us? Do you think they heard AfterBuzz? Nation, do you think they heard people?
They heard everybody.
Bachelor Nation and were like, oh my gosh.
I think that's why they pulled her.
Because Chelsea, you got a special tweet or a text today.
I totally think they pulled her. And
So
What was your text?
So they were literally in the filming.
That
had
Kayla
committed.
was filming.
Yep.
And after, America's reaction to Kayla and JoJo, that they pulled Kayla. She was in the middle of doing all of her promos, and then threw JoJo in.
So you
I
think
think
they
so,
told
too.
her? They told her you're the Bachelorette, filming promos, and
Yes.
and then pulled her and was like, "Hey, sorry,
Yes.
Chelsea, who texted you that?
Reality Steve.
What?
Yeah, she can't reveal her
Wait,
sources. You know that.
Oh, I know.
No
I thought it
journalist
was
can
really
reveal their
honest.
sources.
Actually, may I present another option? I don't know if this is the case.
Wait, did Bennett text you back?
No.
This is not about you right now.
I thought that's what he was about to
I was
say.
trying to keep that on the. But what I was going to say is, they may have never even told Kayla that she was officially it. They might have said, we're considering it. We're going to go do this because they pull you in.
She was all in.
So let me tell you, I went in for
Were
the
you on the
conversation.
show?
Dude, I went in. Yeah, I was on the show. What's on the Bachelor?
Brooks, you're on the
guys,
Bachelor.
I don't remember. Did you have a different haircut?
I say this at Starbucks. I say it at Walmart. It gets me everything I need.
You had a
All
different
the
haircut.
conglomerates, Yeah.
I don't believe it.
They're like, he had long hair. I was like, Google it.
Google him.
Okay,
Google
so
me, baby.
What I'm saying though, when post does this season, I had the conversation with executive producers and ABC, the whole deal. They come in and you talk about The Bachelor, and they tell you right up front. They're like, you're not the only one being considered. It's you.
So you were considered.
Yeah, it's you and somebody else. So that's going to get boiled down, and they kind of go through the whole process with you. So what I'm saying is, with Kayla, they could have done the same thing, said, we're going to film your hometown, we're going to go through that process, but just so you know,
You're not the
you're not, it's not finalized. That might have been a case, it's a little less harsh.
And then
is what
they
I'm saying.
saw America's reaction.
And we're like, it's for sure, pick JoJo.
Yeah.
And that way they didn't have to go through the Caitlyn Britt voting
Which is
fiasco.
So then here's a question. So then what happened? So they call JoJo and she has a week to, does she have time to
No,
sit
I think
down
she
and
had
think?
equal time.
Equal time?
She also
So
knew
you
she was
think
being
she knew,
considered.
yeah.
And then it was finalized probably a week ago.
See, I think this
What
is.
about a week ago?
I think this is why,
Confirmed a week
I
ago.
kind of don't buy
It's
the
a
whole
quote from Good Will
JoJo
Hunting.
thing.
Sorry.
What?
This is why I feel like I don't buy the whole JoJo
Tell
being
us.
so in love with Ben. First of all, I'm so happy that JoJo's going to be the next Bachelorette. I think she's going to be great.
Well,
But
you
you
say
think
that
she,
real
she
quick.
thinks she played that role?
I think she played that role.
Real
So
quick,
she can be set up for the next
Christina.
season.
That's amazing.
Okay. Christina, Hydro Knight on
This
the
is
chat
amazing.
roll just says $20 says JoJo's ex shows up
100.
for sure.
Oh, on The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
hope not.
It's gonna happen. Are
so
you kidding
cheesy.
me?
It's so staged. It's so bad.
It's so detracting from what the show could be. Like, there's a better way of doing the show.
Also,
Agreed.
if you do that, executive producers, you've lost it.
Yeah.
You've lost
also,
your touch.
Evangelina also comes in with a dime. She says, Kayla, even after Women Tell All, hasn't catched up to JoJo on followers on anything.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to sit here every Monday and talk about Kayla, so
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah. No, I think JoJo will be great for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God, prepare yourself for just boobs on fleek all season.
It's gonna be
boobs on
it's just gonna
fleek.
be boobs and tears.
That wasn't your most boobs on tears.
No,
that wasn't your
boobs
most
and
retweeted
tears.
tweet ever.
No. I think my most retweeted tweet ever was
About me right now?
Wi-Fi, where what was it? It was when your Wi-Fi connects automatically or something, you know you're home.
Who the frick is Chad? Chad's her ex,
tweet.
right?
Chad's the ex.
Chad's the ex. Everybody wants Chad.
No.
What do they want
William
from him?
Perea wants
What
Chad.
do you want
Why?
from him?
William Perea wants Chad. Everybody wants Chad. I'm trying to see other people here talking about Chad. Charlie Rose 214 wants Chad. William Perea,
But for
oh my
what
god, I love
reason?
Chad.
Can you-
Everybody wants Chad.
Okay.
Why do you guys want Chad? I don't understand.
You know, because let's bring that into perspective. Any other, like a contestant that has an ex or something that, or someone that they were kind of involved with, is very frowned upon. But all of a sudden they want Chad to come on, who's an ex.
don't
Like, what's?
understand.
Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like Chad's made up.
No, Chad's not.
He doesn't even exist.
No, he's on her Instagram. If you look through, he's on her Instagram.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that you
come on.
scrolled back.
Guys, I said I'd go on the show. Of course I follow her on Instagram. Leave me alone. Give me some break.
Do you delete pictures on your Instagram with your exes?
I've deleted a few. Yes.
Chelsea, yes.
Guilty.
Yes?
Guilty.
No, I've never had
Super
to do
guilty.
Have you?
No. I didn't have Instagram then.
I don't have no exes.
I have no
Yeah,
exes.
of course
What?
I've
I
deleted
did.
exes. Are you kidding me?
Really?
You're saying you did?
Ha. Why would I want pictures of me and some girl that was not faithful? Why would I keep that up there?
Good point.
Good point.
Thank you
I
very
mean,
much.
that's I mean, delete.
All right, listen. So, congrats to Lauren B. How soon do we see a Ben and Lauren B wedding?
Oh.
They said soon.
And to that, I think this is the most out of all the relationships at this point.
Where you going
it's
with
the
this?
one that I've bought into the most, where I see a
100%.
genuine connection.
The
I
hottest
say,
baby? What?
Those guys are actually in love.
Yeah, they
Yes.
are.
More so than Sean and Catherine, and
Yes.
I feel
Yep.
like they're a great couple together, and I see that now, obviously, but at that point, I wasn't so convinced.
Sorry if I'm yelling. Somebody said I'm
I'm
yelling.
like
a lot.
totally into like the whole Bushnell Higgs like family like affair. Like, I
Okay,
think it's beautiful.
cutest Bachelor
I'm so
family
happy for them.
Ever.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore,
That's
Chris,
great.
Yeah,
Chris Harrison
that
said
was
it.
really
It was-
cute.
And I think that when does Paradise start? Like probably mid-July.
Yeah, because Bachelorette will go till June and then it
So
goes
I
mid-July.
predict the wedding will be around June. May, June.
June, okay. She did say she wanted a quick
She wanted
engagement.
it soon. I feel like Bachelor Nation will want to like keep us like involved.
So they don't like fall, you know.
Yeah, so I think like
yeah, sure. So it's like a Jade and Tanner kind of thing.
exactly.
And,
Hey,
and the wedding's not gonna come until after Bachelor.
Do you think we'll be
Bachelorette.
invited?
Oh, you don't
Do you
think
think
so?
after
'Cause
the
they want us to
AfterBuzz
watch
TV
Paradise?
Bachelor panel show, we'll be invited?
That would
Will we
be amazing. How do we
I
get
would love
invited?
that.
To what?
To the wedding.
To the Lauren B.
Can
and
you send
Ben
us
Fire
text?
girls
Can't
or
you-
something?
How about we start that tweet? Huh?
Hey,
Are we all single? Are we all single?
Raise your hand if you're single. Raise your hand if you're single.
Then
Oh,
No,
one of
I'm
us on
not.
the panel is single.
Then apparently the single people can go.
I'll
why?
go.
According to Ashley
Emily.
I, they only invite single people. to those
Ashley,
things.
I want to go with me to the wedding. I know we just became friends on Twitter officially, but like, hey, real quick. I know we said we'd live tweet and live Instagram during the show, but I want to live Snapchat. So everybody pull out their Snapchat. We're gonna do one live Snapchat
This is
during the
just
show.
so thrilling.
We all said we were gonna do it, so we're gonna do it at the same time.
What do you mean live? Are we living with people that are on their Snapchats right now?
Rachel Hahn has a question, and I told you could ask a question. So Rachel Hahn, write your question into Snapchat. I don't know what's
Everyone.
put your
Is she gonna snap us all?
no. She's gonna write in her questions. If you guys have questions,
Okay, what are we doing with Snapchat?
here's the deal. Before we Snapchat, I want to say thank you to everyone that is in on chat roll. This is maybe the most people we've ever had. Can you guys move your phones away from the microphone? There you go. The most people we've ever had live watching the show right now around the world. We get tweets, we get Snapchats every week from people around the world. I want to shout out someone who Snapchatted me a lot this week and been awesome. This is my friend Eric. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I want to say this. Eric from North Carolina, Winston-Salem. Tweeted me a bunch of things tonight, but no spoilers. I greatly appreciate that. You guys are the best. Literally, from all around Trinidad, we had Egypt. I had Tara Garcia from Houston, who Brooks and I live snapped with a little bit ago. Teresa is, I believe, how you pronounce her name. People from Ethiopia, people from... we had someone from Jamaica, which is where, ironically, Ben and JoJo and Lauren were tonight. People all around the world, so we appreciate that. Thank you guys. Please continue to do that. The East Coast, the West Coast, and outside the United States, Canada, and beyond. You guys are phenomenal, and that's why we do the show, is for you guys to not only watch live, but to listen to live. So we appreciate that very, very much. So that being said, can we live Snapchat and do this? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
I think we're just going to do something and just show that we're live on the show.
That sounds like a great plan.
We are
Let's
live.
Just do something.
I'm just going to keep saying we're live on the show. Hey, guys, we're live. That's Chelsea. That's Kristina, and that's Brooks. Now, Brooks wears a lot of makeup, so if he looks like the A6 filter on Visco, that's because he actually is.
All right, well, as exciting as that was.
Okay, did you have a question for us, Chelsea, then?
Anything else,
What do you
guys?
want to discuss now?
I don't know.
Does anybody else have any questions? My Snapchat account, let's all start our Snapchat account because people are asking.
Go.
What are your Snapchats? Mine is Danny Hoyt 47. It's the only thing I have that has a number on it. It's Danny Hoyt 47.
Mine is Briche, CBRICHE.
Mine is Miss Zias, MISSZIAS.
I gotta take a nap after that. That was really long.
Mine's
Brooks Dash Forrester. Was I throwing you some shade?
So that was a little shady.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone's being a little sassy. I think it was the wine.
It must have been that wine. That's the first time I've actually drank wine while I watched the show. Everyone does that. I think it's a thing. I see it on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
I've
America.
never actually done it.
Brooks, I also
great.
believe you have a little inside scoop on Molly Hockey. She's a guest we had on the show a couple weeks ago. You may remember she's done these edits where she inserts herself into the show.
It's so genius.
And Brooks is part of it. So is Michael Garafola and Tanner Tobler and Jade and Sarah Heron.
And Charlene, Kelly Travesty,
Nick Vial, a bunch
Nick
of Bachelor
Vial.
alums. Can you give us a little inside scoop on what's going to happen?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it so that you can actually watch it, but something happens to her. She's the oldest. That's a hint. She's the oldest contestant to ever be on the show as a female, apparently. So something happens to her, and we all sent in a little video about how we felt about the happening.
Perfect.
So yeah, tune in for that. It'll be on YouTube. I'm sure it'll get picked up by Funny or Die. A lot of her episodes have been on there. A couple of them got picked up at BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
So you can just check her Twitter. I think is Molly Hackey, HAWKEY.
Yeah, she's the
That's
best.
how she spells her last name.
Brooks, how old were you when you were on the show?
28.
Okay, what do you think is the ideal age for a bachelor or
That's a great
bachelorette?
question.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I mean, anywhere between their late 20s and early 30s, I think is a good time.
See, that's how I feel as well. And I just think that, JoJo will be 25, Ben was 26. I feel like the bachelors are getting a little younger. And
a little young.
I don't think that's realistic for most people.
This is the first time that I watched and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel old.
Well,
and I'm not, but I was like, oh, she's 23. I'm like, what is she doing on that show?
No, sure. Like as a guy that sits here at 31, that's not where I'm at. I'd love to meet a girl like 26, 27, but that's not where I'm at. I'm past that a little bit. And Brooks, I know you can relate.
Yeah.
Like that's just not where I'm at. So that's a great question. A. B. Speaking of, I want to know about Kayla. So we haven't talked about her at all. We haven't mentioned her name. Because we didn't see Kayla.
No, we mentioned her name.
We just didn't want to talk about her.
Not in this realm. Do we see Kayla on Bachelor in Paradise?
Mm-mm.
No.
You don't think so?
Kayla's gone.
You think Kayla's done from the franchise forever?
Yeah.
No Kayla for ever again.
I think that if she wants to go on Bachelor in Paradise, she has the option to.
I think she does too, but do you think she goes?
I don't think so.
If you're Kayla, do you go at this point? Like, oh, I was about to be Bachelor, now I'm going to resort to Bachelor in Paradise.
I mean,
which has more weddings than Bachelor or Bachelorette.
If I were Kayla in Kayla's brain, I would definitely go.
Sure.
Actually.
Like, oh my God, I might
point.
meet him in Jamaica or Tanzania or wherever they go. Okay, second question. When we come back for Bachelorette, who would you guys like to have as guest? Becca Tilley, Nick Viall, Elon Gale. Who do you guys... We're going to be back as soon as Bachelorette starts. Of course, we'll be live every Monday. Who do you guys want to have as guest? We got to wrap up.
Mr. and Mrs. Higgins.
Ooh! I know I just yelled, but you guys want to have
Paradise?
Ben and Lauren on our Bachelorette show as guests right there on the couch?
I do, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess why
First of all,
wouldn't
they're
you?
both they both know JoJo the best. They're both very supportive of her. I feel like maybe.
You know okay, but let me ask a serious
let's
question.
get her brother, JoJo's brothers.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Snap! And we can actually get them.
Snap, let's go.
Oh, we're getting them. This is happening.
Let me just ask a quick question. Do you guys really think that Lauren is like, yeah, JoJo, can't wait to watch your season?
Yeah,
I think
No,
she
that
is.
was-
I think they're actually like there's better blood
What?
between them. There's
Yeah.
better blood between them than Sean and Nick. Sean and Nick was probably
But
the
I'm
worst
not
blood we've
asking
received.
about Sean and Nick. I'm
know.
asking about. But
I'm
Of
saying
course,
I
why
think there's
wouldn't
good
you?
okay, so
blood.
you're
for her.
saying if you and I are essentially competing over the same man,
Yeah, and I won him, and then you got the next best thing.
because
which is
why? Because
Bachelorette.
like that's the
Red
leftovers.
Why wouldn't I be so happy for you?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If I had been the Bachelor after Dez's season, do you think Dez and Chris would have sat down and watched my season?
No.
So why would it be any different for?
Ooh,
Lauren
thought-provoking questions
and
from
JoJo.
Brooks.
Well, I'm
Forrester.
saying that I don't think she's like, yeah, sweetie, let's watch The Bachelorette tonight because JoJo's on. Like, to me, I don't think that's real.
So the same goes to Kristina. Why do you think that they would?
Because I feel like Lauren, I think for her, she was just so confident that she would be with Ben the entire time. And she felt like their love was so real. Like, she won him. So, like, why wouldn't she be happy for this girl who she obviously had to spend so much time with?
Because we have insecurities.
Yeah, and see, I think she might be happy, but I think having like
I
her
don't-
broadcasted in their home that they've now built together every week, in my mind, that's just a little.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I don't think so at all. I think I'd be like, yeah, let's watch it. Like,
Yeah.
you
All
got
right.
you got the guy. Who
Brooks,
cares?
I need a live update.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are we at on retweets for me to be on The Bachelorette for Miss and the
We are
one
at
and only
66 retweets.
Shiza
62
Minnelli.
likes.
Are you
Now,
serious?
here's what's up. The producer wants to know what's your story, and I haven't responded yet. So, does Chat Roll want to help craft that story? Because
Chat Roll
that
doesn't
would be
know my
great.
story. Here's the thing. Like,
There's a real story.
nobody knows my real story.
Oh, whoa, damn.
I listen. I was a motivational speaker before I ever became a host. So I spoke in middle schools, high schools, all around the country, and I told my story. But I've never told it on this show or any show for that matter. I don't write about it. I don't tweet it. I don't advertise. I don't hide it, but I don't advertise it.
Okay.
Do I do that?
Not now.
I wouldn't do it
You
now.
you guys are my friends. You guys know my story.
I would
do I
not
do it? Do
do
I
it.
wait?
You wait for the Bachelorette.
Do I really? But do I expose my story just to get like on?
I
You know what I mean? It's my story.
Is your
it's my
love
life.
for JoJo pure?
I don't know JoJo. We've never met in person.
Do you want to know her?
I would love to
I
meet-
think
are you
if you
kidding
want to
me?
have the chance with JoJo, then yes, you take that chance to broadcast your story.
And I 100% would do it.
Okay, then there's your answer.
Okay, by the way,
You
I
do
just
it for love,
recorded
or the
this whole
possibility
thing
of.
inside of the text. You know, like when you pull up a text and it says take photo or video, and then
Yeah.
you just do use video or retake. There's
Yeah.
no other option.
Yeah,
Right.
use the
I
video.
did that, so I'm gonna use video.
And what are you gonna do with it?
I'm just gonna send it to the producer. So he's just
My
saying,
God.
"What's
All right,
what's
let's-
his story? That's it."
All right, let me be real with you guys. Because before we go, I'm going to be really real. We're going to go here in about a minute, but I want to be really real. If and when Mr. Bennett, Elon Gale, somebody tomorrow emails me, calls me, texts me, Snapchats me, tweets me, or Instagram DMs
Pigeons
me,
or carrier
about
foxes.
LinkedIn?
Anyway.
and says, hey, we want you on the show. JoJo's down.
Yeah,
I will fly out tomorrow.
awesome.
I will shirk all responsibility and fly out tomorrow. You guys have my word. I know I said this. I mean it with my entire heart. I will fly out tomorrow.
If you can retweet that tweet again, then do that. Let's get this to 100.
All right, so Brooks, in the meantime, where do people find that tweet on Twitter?
They can find me at Brooks A. Forrester. The tweet is like my third tweet on there. Just go ahead and put the RT. That stands for retweet. See you guys on the Twitter.
Christina?
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Miss Zias.
Oh, snap!
Guys, I'm really happy that I was brought into the panel. So,
the
hey,
best.
thanks for that. In the meantime, I'm everywhere on social media. See Briche.
And right now, I guess, today, you guys can find me on anything at Danny Hoyt or on Snapchat, Danny Hoyt 47. Tomorrow, I may be without a phone for the next month or 6 weeks or 2 months. Good God, who knows?
The drama.
Most dramatic Bachelor.
But by the way, before we go live on Bachelorette, Snapchat us from where you're watching in the world. We love that. Show us your geotag. Danny Hoyt 47, C Briche, Miss Zias, Brooks, I think Dash Forrester on Snapchat. Show us where you're watching from around the world. We love that. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We love you guys.
This has been a fantastic season
Thank you.
of The Bachelor.
Thanks
you guys
for
are the
welcoming
best.
Chelsea and I on.
You guys are the best. 2 new panelists this season. We'll see you when The Bachelorette starts. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Catch you on the other side.
Love you, Mom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
No.
The City in Paradise.
No, because Bachelorette's next.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.